morning, Washington, Baltimore, and all the ships at sea. How y'all doing, everybody? Welcome to Dave TV for this 11th of March 2013. What's the style section going to do now, baby? Without Lisa de Moraes to kick around. Just been reported, Politico broke the news actually this morning that Lisa de Moraes, or I like to call Lisa de Mayonnaise, is leaving the Washington Post at the end of May. She's been the author of the Post's at the TV column for 15 years. And for the past 6 years, guess what? She's been traveling all over the place, spending a lot of her time in LA, as if we didn't know that. She's attributed to her departure at the end of May to wanting to be with her husband in California. What is he? He writes for the, I don't know what he does. Who knows? Anyhow, she worked for the Hollywood Reporter before she worked at the Post. You know, it hasn't been a mystery that she hasn't been in Washington because her columns, you know, I like Lisa. I really like Lisa. She writes on a national TV basis very well. You know, if you want to know what's going on at the networks and the management and the programming at ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox and some of the cable networks, read Lisa. That's great. The problem is there's a lot of other people doing that same thing. You know, there's dozens of other websites, you know, like Nikki Fink and stuff like that are covering the media, entertainment business, okay? Television side of things, you can get TV ratings, you know, there's websites that have TV ratings all over them. There's websites that are telling you all the stuff that's going on at the networks and what's on it. You know, you can go and find better stuff, actually, about what's going on at the cable networks and all the shenanigans and all that. But Lisa, I thought, you know, she had a nice take on it. She did a good job on it. The one thing Lisa didn't do much of in the last 15 years is cover local media events. You know, John Carmody, who used to be at the Washington Post before her, he covered local stuff, you know, and Lisa didn't. You know, I mean, she did occasionally. Every once in a while, there'd be a little blurb in there, you know, maybe once or twice a month there might be a little blurb in one of Lisa's columns about something local. But generally speaking, she didn't cover local, you know, and that's where I faulted the Washington Post over the years. You know, they just kind of let that all go. You know, the Washington Post used to have a daily local TV column. They used to have a weekly local radio column. They used to report the radio ratings. Why? Because they're a local paper, right? So they haven't been doing that for years. You know, what is Lisa leave meaning? What is the meaning of Lisa leaving? It means the Post can cut another relatively high salaried reporter. I mean, if you've been at the Post for 15 years, you're probably making a good amount of money. Bye-bye, Lisa. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. We're saving more money. You know, a lot of what Lisa got, you know, in terms of news and stuff, you know, the Washington Post could easily just pick that up, you know, with some sort of wire service or something like that, you know, for a lot cheaper, or hire somebody you know, a lot less experienced. But what the hell? The other thing I noticed about Lisa over the years was the fact that she just seemed to be kind of, you know, she covered those, you know, annual press tour things for all the networks out in LA. It's almost like she was sleepwalking through it, like it didn't really matter anymore. She kind of knew where things were going. You kind of get you know it's time to give up a particular blog or a column when you almost are writing about it like you're bored with it, like it's so, you know, you can almost write it in your sleep. You know, and I kind of got the impression that that's the way Lisa was doing a lot of her writing in the last few years. So, you know, I do like Lisa. I think she's Lisa. I do think she is a very good reporter and a columnist and well adored and all that. But, you know, time to go. Move on. You know, some of these people you say to yourself, move on with your life. It's like Howard Stern. Move on with your life. You know, it's been great, but to be a 55-year-old dude or 60, however old he is, trying to do the long hair thing, trying to be that hip kind of, you know, shock jockish kind of person, you got to say, well, that was great 20 years ago or 30 years ago, but it's time to move on. So, now if the Washington Post could get rid of Paul Farhi, hey, he's probably making a good amount of money too because he's been there a long time. It might even be an even better paper. I mean, this style section is just crap. It is easily the weakest section of the Washington Post. It is. There's nothing. Frequently, there is nothing in it to read. And they have a lot of these space fillers. This movie directory thing, which again, most days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, who cares about the movie directory? The TV listings are kind of bland and boring. The guide to the lively arts is kind of a waste of space. It's a trashy section. It doesn't have much in it anymore. And, Marty Barron, the new head of Washington Post, the new executive editor over there, I think this should be one of his top priorities, is remaking this tired, messed up, boring, somnambulant section, because it really needs it. It looks old-fashioned and staid and boring. You look at the Washington Post Express newspaper, and just that freebie looks, the way they cover entertainment news is so much better than this tired, geritol-laden mess of a style section. I have to say easily this style section is the worst part of the Washington Post these days. And maybe Lisa leaving will encourage them to bring some new blood in and fix that damn thing up. Hopefully! Oh, yeah. Okay, that's all I'm going to talk about. We're going to do single topic. Me TV is supposed to be. Okay, let's check. Let's check. Let's see if they put Me TV on. Let me go turn the TV on here. This TV set takes about. It has to warm up. It doesn't just come on. It takes a few minutes to. Oh, there you see. There's my ceiling. Isn't that pretty? And there's the big H that my dad had. That's for Hughes. There's a picture that my grandparents had. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see if Me TV is on. There's this TV for channel 50, and there we've got Lifetime or the Live Well Network on 7.3, and okay, Doug Hill's Weather Now is gone, and we're into black screen. So that's where Me TV will be. I heard the audio from it a little while ago, and so there we go. But so that leaves only Channel 9's Doppler 9000 as the local TV weather channel extra thingy dingy wingy bingy, since everybody else is doing something else. So we got that. We got Me TV, which will be there someday, probably later today. Ooh, look at him.
100%. If you can stay with her, stay with her. If you can go faster than her, go faster than her. You're all at your own pace.
I'm going to have to order this. Ooh, that's cool. And then, of course, Bounce TV, and Cozy. Marcus Welby. Ooh. Dr. Welby.
Okay, the distal clamp's off.
Now that's that's what WMAL wants us to go back to. Get rid of Obamacare, and we'll go back to Dr. Welby. Where you went to your doctor. Remember your doctor it was in a house on the street. One of the houses on the street was where your doctor was and your dentist. That's what we should go back to. In the old crazy world of WMAL. All right. Anyhow, tip of the camo cap to Lisa de Moraes, and let's see what the Post's going to do to replace her. A computer would probably be a good choice. Live long and prosper.